quite remarkable performance. As we welcome you inside our studio, Rebecca Lowe, Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We're still not over it. It's not often Lionel Messi is upstage.
No, it's crazy what we witnessed.
It sure is. It sure is. Let's have a little look at how the story unfolded. Zlatan, start us off. It feels a long time ago now, but 29 minutes on the clock, that man gets a goal.
So look at this goal, look at this ball. Amazed, but look at the stop. Everything in a movement. And what did I say? Aim for the head, and the goalie will, Thierry? Clinch. Aim for the head. Look at that. Easy. It looks easy, but it's not easy. But 1-0 Argentina. Then we have in the 59th minute. Look at this cross now coming in.
Oops. Legs.
Up between the legs. And another shot between the legs. And goal by Leroy Duarte. But look at the first pass. That is not luck. It was meant to do. 2 tickets in the underground train station for these 2 tunnels.
Yes, and then we're going to, obviously, extra time. Flick from McAllister, and then have a look at this. Like a proper number 9. Boom! Side of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper always moves, usually. High up top corner is often a goal. What a finish from Lisandro Martinez. And then we all thought the game was maybe over. And you know what? Sometimes you just have to let it go. I won't even comment it. There's no need to talk. No need to talk.
Yes.
I wanted to go and run with him.
Enjoy. I thought he was looking for you, Andrew.
Listen to me. If you have 2 goalkeepers there, two goalkeepers don't even save that. It is outstanding. But then, Lionel Messi delivers that on the head of Romero, and yes, he will go down as a non-goal from Borges, as you're going to see here. Borges touches it. I don't think he was going in, but as it...
Does he get the assist or no, Messi?
It's over. It's a non-goal. You don't get an assist normally.
But it's Messi. He will get it anyway, no?
He got man of the match already. That's good enough.
He got that before the game.
The man of the match should have been Cabo Verde.
The whole team?
Yes. They should. FIFA, please do make a trophy for them, special trophy with a heart or whatever it is. I don't know what you need to do. You have that power normally. So please do it.
Zlatan, it's really difficult to assess this in terms of history because it's only just happened, and of course there's a lot of World Cup history. But that today, where does that rank for you in World Cup history?
It will be part of the history. I mean, they didn't win the World Cup, but it's a beautiful story. And sometimes you speak more about the beautiful story than actually the big moments. But this was a big moment for Cape Verde. Who would expect them to do what they did? The smallest nation in the World Cup, playing in the World Cup, first World Cup. Going through the qualification, I think Len Donovan said it good. They played against Spain, they played against Uruguay, and they played against Argentina. This is big giants, and they did it in a good way. Actually, today they were playing. Mm-hmm. They were playing without fear, without respect, and they were playing better than Argentina. And they almost got it. No, Thierry?
Listen, my hair nearly grew back. That's how... Are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Rebecca, well, this is not fun. Oh. Imagine if you grow out.
I would have loved it if it didn't happen, but it was close. I could feel something coming up. But anyway, now to go back, you know what's actually impressive? It's not so much on how they played and everything, which is impressive. It's the amount of people that live there.
Yeah.
How do you believe that you can do that? This is why I always say to people, like, it reminds me, I know it's not the same competition, Iceland, and what Iceland did at one point. And I know it was the Euro, and I know it was against your beloved England. But it reminded me, that it doesn't matter the amount of people that you have. If you have that belief that you can achieve something, you can always do it. And that's a good reminder of not believing on what people can say about where you're from. Make them know and let them know where you're from with how you perform. Now everybody knows where is Cabo Verde. That's the most important thing.
Go ahead, Rebecca.
No, I was just going to... No, you go, because we've got to go back to Miami.
No, because they told me it's over to you.
At last, he's actually doing what they tell him to do. For the box match flow, sponsored by Progressive. Argentina outlasting Cape
Miami.
Verde in a back-and-forth affair that features 3 extra-time goals. So let's take you back then to Miami Stadium for more reaction with the guys, starting with Rob Stowe.
Rebecca, thank you. Fans starting to make their way out of Miami Stadium. One thing I noticed, at least with the Cape Verde fans in our general viewing area, if you had a Cape Verde jersey on, an Argentina fan was coming up and giving you a hug and saying thank you and appreciate it. A beautiful scene here in Miami. We saw the highlights. We talked about what a great story Cape Verde is. We're going to lean into that in a second. But if you're Argentina right now, what does tonight do for you going forward?
Oh, huge, Rob. They knew they were up against it today, and they survived the massive bullet. They played well, but what Cape Verde did today was just absolutely brilliant. Even when they went 3-2 up, every fan in this stadium knew that. Everybody was looking at each other thinking, whoa, hold on a minute. They're going to still come back and draw this game 3-3. But Argentina, what this does to them, the togetherness that this brings to that team, the feeling knowing that they can go to war, go through a difficult time like this in a massive tournament and come through it. That is going to bring a massive confidence going forward. Hopefully they survive the toughest game of this tournament.
Yeah, well, we talk so much about Lionel Messi, and of course he played a very big role today. That could have settled the game. He's here, there, and everywhere. And then when they need somebody else to step up, they actually had that today, and I think that's something they can bring forward. Martinez played really well today. He had the pass from Messi's goal first.
Emi Martinez played pretty well as well.
Yeah, exactly, both of them. But Lisandro Martinez, number 6, the pass for Messi's first goal, and of course he scored as well. And then, and I don't think many people saw that, but right at the end he also blocked an incredible shot, and you had to take a little bit of treatment from that. He played today, and I think that these little things are positive. We saw this shouldn't be a surprise. We saw Congo pushing England the other day right to the death as well. The distance between the so-called small countries and the top teams now, it's not very big anymore. And if you have a day where not everybody's playing well, and you can argue that there's a few players in the Argentina team today that wasn't at their very best, and then the other team is playing well then that's a result we see there. That's it. That's what you get.
Peter, allow me to be a director for a second.
Go on.
Take camera 3. This is the scene just about 25 yards over your shoulder, John?
Yeah. The fans, Rob, what this still means for these fans. Absolutely. These guys travel with this team wherever they play. They support them. This is like a religion for these fans. They support Lionel Messi and this Argentina side. And what Lionel Scaloni has done with this team since taking over 2018, what he's managed to build, a winning machine. They won the World Cup and they won the Copa America twice, and they're on the verge of winning the World Cup back-to-back. Absolutely superb what he's done with this team. He's built a team around Lionel Messi. They have an absolute good squad. They're scoring goals, they're defending, and for me, they look like now they've come through this. I think this is just going to spur them on to the rest of the tournament.
In commentary in the first half, John and Stu were talking about that Argentina is only doing exactly what is necessary. I think we got a great example of that today. Whenever they needed to step it up, they had that ability. That is a massive thing to take forward. That's what he can tell his players, that you've done that really well. Argentina is we said that in pre-match, Argentina is a football team. They have everything. They can do anything with this team. And yes, they got pushed by Cape Verde today. That was a beautiful thing from the Cape Verde's point of view, and we are going to enjoy that for the next couple of days and thinking about it, talking about it, and we were there. But the World Cup goes on, and all of a sudden we're only going to talk about Argentina because they are in the next round.
Yeah, Rob, it's only going to get tougher. It is only going to get tougher. They're going to come up against, again, another African team, right?
Coming up against Mo Salah in Egypt.
Exactly, that's another African team. So it's going to be tough. Now the tournament is getting to the crucial part of it. But one thing I have to say, this Argentina side, they've been there, they've done it. They know how to win games in difficult moments and how to win trophies. So I'm thinking tonight they're going to look at it and say, okay, no, we've come up against it and we survive. We kick on from here now.
There's always adversity in a World Cup. Nobody just steamrolls through things, but it had been an easy group stage, right? 3-0, 2-0, 3-1 win. when Lionel Messi only playing 30 minutes in that last game. He has to go the distance and then some tonight for Argentina to move on. Rebecca?
The night we've had in Miami, this is one of the goals of the tournament. I would suggest one of the goals of the World Cup of all time. Sydney Lopez Cabral making it 2-2 and then going in search of his friends and family in the stands. Diego Simeone was anxious, was worried, but then Romero heads it in off the arm of Borges. It's actually gone down as an own goal. And Argentina squeaked through to the last 16 by 3-2. There's anguish amongst the Cape Verde fans and players, but there should be enormous pride as well. And great love for their team and their country. And there's Virginia. What a name he's made for himself. Giving away some of his gloves and just waving to his fans. Right, let's have a look at the winning goal first of all. I mean, it's slightly ironic, Karen, in a game like this. It's been decided by a set piece. You know, after the way that set pieces dominates football to a certain extent, and it's done for Cape Verde.
Yeah, and obviously they conceded an earlier one from a set piece as well, and we mentioned just the concentration and the organisation, but Romero went up and obviously was committed, and obviously, as you said, then it was unfortunate then to be an own goal off Borges, but it's a great ball in, to be fair. The delivery is spectacular, we expect nothing less, but then it's about the commitment and there's bodies around there, and then it just goes in and they're kind of looking at each other, but they are disorganised on set pieces, and we saw that earlier in the game.
They've got enough back there, Gary, but,
yeah, they have.
Still.
Look, Romero's weakness is also his strength. You know, he charges at everything, but he really attacks it. When you watch him for Tottenham many times that I have, when you see him charge in on those sort of attacking corners, he's a massive threat. And look, they're all crying there.
And I like the fact they're crying, because what it means is, it's not a brave effort. We thought we could win.
They're going
properly devastated.
They're crying because they're going home, Mark. They don't want to go home. They want to be here for the rest of their lives. This is... They want to be here forever. This is a moment that's probably not going to come back for some of these players, so it's magical, but also it's upsetting. Yeah.
And they believe they could win. And I'm absolutely sure there's Pico Lopez. What a name he's made for himself. I think when he goes back to Dublin next week, he won't be buying a pint of Guinness for a long, long, long time, and he shouldn't have to. Right, this is on the island. They must be so proud that literally their football team has put the islands and their country on the map. It's been absolutely sensational performance over the last 4 matches. And the fact that they absolutely, you can see the way that they've reacted. They must have been thinking, you know, we're almost at penalties, and then we've got our goalkeeper. We all know Emi Martinez is very good at them, but Virginia, because he's been in inspired form, they must have thought, well, who knows what it's going to take us.
It would have been a brilliant penalty shootout to watch, because we've got 2 goalkeepers who, especially in Martinez, who we know he looks forward to that situation. But then we've got this goalkeeper who's, like I said earlier, has got hero energy about him in a game that was like, it was driven like the underdog was doing it. At no stage in that game did you look at them and you think they are on the ropes here. The only time you really did feel for them was probably with set pieces. The ball's too good in, you know, like Gary said, he attacks it very well, and that's where they got undone. But in respect of a game where you're going to try and attack them, they dealt with them. They dealt with them in every department.
I say this in a really good way. I don't think I've ever seen a team with so many of them are in tears.
Exactly.
And I say that in a really good way, because it shows how much
they gave everything, but right now, and they should feel it because they were in it right to the very end, there's absolute disappointment. You can see that. But guarantee tomorrow morning when they wake up and whenever they go home and they get a hero's welcome, I hope we're there to capture that, because it's going to be incredible what they've done for their country, their nation, and all the fans that have supported them. They've been the story of this World Cup.
Let's have a look at their 2 goals, because they were 2 goals of the highest quality. So let's have a look at the first one, which made it 1-1, which seems a long time ago now. They got numbers, didn't they, Gary? They managed to get number overload, as you like to call it.
Yeah, they did. He just runs into this channel. Obviously, Martinez, I think, should just get across into that space. He doesn't. He decides to defend his box, thinking a cross is coming in. But they slip a lovely little pass. It's a Manchester City type goal with De Bruyne and sort of Silva getting into those pockets of sort of yesteryear. And it's a brilliant goal. And he hits it hard and low righty.
Yeah, he does. And you know, I think that in this instant, we see that they've underestimated them, what they're capable of doing. And like we saw in the first half, that they were in the final third, they were getting it wrong. But in this instant, they got it totally right. He missed the corner flag there with the celebration. But they got that right. And they never stopped trying to get it right.
That was Leroy Duarte in his 37th appearance for his country, scores his first goal, and that was a very good goal. But this next one is absolutely off the scale. Karen, they got into these positions 3 or 4 times, so we kept saying, cross it. Why do you keep recycling and going the other side of the pitch?
Couldn't understand it,
No,
but because
we thought they were going to do it again here.
Oh, wait, yeah, we cross it, look at the bodies in there, make the good decisions, and he cuts in, you're thinking, hold on. And then all of us in here, we're all on our feet, we're all screaming. I think the whole probably stadium was doing the same. That is unbelievable, and probably the goal of the tournament so far.
I think you'll ever hit one as sweet as that again. It's perfect.
Can we go back and just look at that? Because I want to put that into context of what he's actually done. This is so special.
Yeah, we'll have another look at it. We'll just watch the flight as it goes in. To score from that sort of angle.
He's a left back. He's controlled it with his left foot. He's took it back inside with his left foot, and he's whipped it in the top corner with his right.
Yep.
I mean, it's unbelievable what he's just done.
Full-back,
Look, left back, left touch, left, and then just gone with his right. I mean, I'm just imagining, I'm thinking about putting me back in the day, coming in my right, coming back in the right, and then swinging it in the top corner with my left. It's never happening.
I saw Harry Kane score a goal not too dissimilar for Tottenham against Arsenal, actually, at White Hart Lane.
His angle
that's Harry Kane, and this guy's a left back.
But this was brilliant because this was 2-1 at the time, we were thinking, well, that's probably it. And then obviously he's
thinking, where's he going?
Yeah, but he's trying to get to his girlfriend. People don't realise he's stopping him from getting to his girlfriend. You know what I mean? But it was, it gave us that little moment where we're dreaming. We're dreaming, is this game depends.
Absolutely. This is out on the... As I said, I remember the first one that was Pat Cash when he won Wimbledon, when we ran up to the box to find his girlfriend.
Yeah, but at least he'd won it. It was the end. The game was still going on.
Is our reporter in there somewhere? Can we go to him, Mark?
Yeah, I know. We should go there. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. OK, we're going to take a break. We'll get our breath back. Probably